Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to Microsoft Excel, the use of VBA. So in today's class we are going to talk about what exactly is VBA and where exactly it's used, how it works, and all other stuffs. And basically it's gonna be more theoretical, and in the next few classes we are going to do a little bit more of practice. So let's start. So basically, what exactly is VBA? So for those who don't know, VBA stands for Virtual Basics for Applications. And what we can say about it is that it's a computer programming language that has been developed by Microsoft. This is why it's used with Excel. And VBA, you can create different things such as, for example, macros. You can automate repetitive tasks. For example, let's say you have a calculation that you want to do in Excel more than once. So let's say you want to do it automatically each 5 seconds, for example. Well, you can do it with the use of the VBA programming language. So also not only you can do this with operations, you can also do this with different things such as functions, formulas, and other different things. VBA programming language can be also good for generating different reports or different conclusions. Let's say you have not only an operation, but let's say you have an application and you want to generate an outcome to this operation. You can use VBA programming language to do so. Now, is VBA hard to learn? So basically, it's not that complicated, but the problem with VBA is that you should understand Excel at first. So basically, if you guys have a basic knowledge of Excel, it's gonna be way more easier because you need to understand, as I said, Microsoft Excel at first. Also, if you guys have a basic understanding of another programming language, or you have programmed, for example, in Python or Java or any other programming language, you'll see it's going to be way more easier to learn how to use VBA. But if you have no knowledge at all and you're starting from scratch, well, you'll see it's maybe going to be a little bit more harder. But at the end, if you practice a lot, you will be able to work with it. So where exactly is VBA used? So VBA is used under different Microsoft applications, and in our case we are going to use it with Excel because we're learning VBA for Excel. So basically, as I said, it's a programming language that works with different office programs. So it's pretty much, where exactly it can be used? Well, it's pretty much used to create macros. So for example, with Excel VBA, we can automate tasks, or we can automate different stuffs with things that we call macros. So not only this, it also enables to loop through a range of cells with just a few code lines without necessarily having to write down a lot of formulas and creating huge applications or functions. Just to receive a certain outcome at the end. You can automate everything with a few lines of code. So basically it's way more efficient. So is it worth it to learn VBA? So in my opinion, yes, it's worth it, even if it's not developed anymore. But in my opinion, it's really worth it to learn the VBA programming language. Yes, it's not as popular as Python, and far from being as popular as Python, but it's really used in the business world. So basically it's widely used for automation, especially with Excel. So basically Excel is really popular in small and medium businesses as well as in big businesses. So it's really used everywhere because it's a simple program, it's simple to learn, and you can do a lot of things with Microsoft Excel. And to automate your tasks with Microsoft Excel and create more advanced applications, the use of VBA is really helpful. So not only it's widely used for automation, it can be very useful for anyone wanting to improve its knowledge in Excel. So basically someone who knows how works Excel is good, but someone who knows how to work with Excel but also knows how to work with VBA in Excel is even better, because it means that the person who knows how to use VBA is able to use Excel in an efficient way, and sometimes it's really important. So basically someone who only knows how to work with Excel will be able to create an application in, let's say, 1 week, but someone who is able to use VBA as well will be able to create the same application way more faster because it will use VBA coding and programming. So it will never go away because, as I said, it's very popular in many businesses. So a lot of businesses have invested a lot of money in VBA and creating VBA structures and VBA programs with the use of Excel. And this is why it will never basically go away. Well, at least not for the next few years. So this is why, in my opinion, it's pretty important to learn. And even if it's not as popular as Python, it can be really useful, especially in the professional world. So for now, you have a basic understanding of what exactly is VBA and VBA with Excel. Now it's gonna be time to start practicing everything. So that's it for us, guys, and see you all in our next class.